let's talk some face and body tools, exfoliating tools, gua sha tools. This is a great aisle for that. We're at Ulta. We just went through all of the CC creams, both drugstore and fancy. So really quick, if you're changing your loofah every couple weeks, you should be okay. If it gets like really like big, stretched out, it's been there for a while, it smells, you want to change it out. I do kind of like this because it's a little exfoliating as well. But oftentimes people use like sponges now, and I think that's really nice. These are socks. These actually, I love that these are here. You know why? Well, they're aloe socks, which I don't really care about the aloe. That doesn't make sense. But number two, I love these cotton socks because my patients with eczema or really dry, cracked feet, they can apply, if they have eczema, they'll apply Vaseline and put this sock on. And so everything is like occluded. And when they wake up in the morning, it's not as dry. Or I'll have them occlude with like a medication. Those that have really dry, cracked feet, they can also apply some type, like I love urea. Urea is a humectant, which moisturizes, but it also is exfoliant. So you can apply that and just use this over it. One, so your like sheets don't get dirty, but two, so it kind of occludes it in. These seem really expensive, so you can really use any white socks. So I would say pass on this. Depends on this. If you're gonna go through and use, like I would much rather use like an exfoliating towel or some type of sponge, like, you know, those algae looking sponges. Those are really nice. You can just like wash. You wanna make sure you're washing it. This harbors a lot of bacteria, so you can't really wash this, but I really like the sponges a lot better. Like they look like coral, like that. I think those are a lot better. And I have that in my shower. I have these exfoliating gloves. These are good, but you wanna make sure they're not too aggressive, because if you're just like washing like everywhere and you're using something so aggressive, you could actually cause a little bit more trauma to the skin barrier, which leads me to trauma and exfoliation and things like that. About once a week, you do want to exfoliate your body. So there are a lot of products out there. Necessaire is really good. They have some really nice like retinol kind of exfoliating cleansers, and they smell really good. I think Naturium has one too. Dermatologist has a really good one. And Olay has some really good ones. They have like a Olay retinol body wash. I've worked with them before, and I remember them having one. So you can exfoliate chemically, but you can also exfoliate physically, which I don't mind on the body. I don't love physical exfoliation on the face. So some of this facial mitts, no go, pass. You don't want really strong, even like people are dry brushing their face. No matter how soft your dry brush is, that just seems like it's unnecessary, unless it's so soft that it just feels like nothing, and then it's not doing much, right? So it's physical exfoliation on the face with dry brushing, mitts, anything like that, pass. Physical exfoliation and chemical, of course, on the body is a yes. And I love dry brushing. Something like this, I have one in my house too. This one's a little bit aggressive. There's a couple brands. Osea has some really good ones. You wanna make sure it doesn't hurt. And you wanna just go in like a circular motion. This is just really nice to, number one, get all of that like keratosis pilaris like physically off. Especially if you're using a chemical exfoliant. I don't love it just for that though. You don't want to go picking off and exfoliating off your keratosis pilaris. You're going to lead to scarring. But I'm just saying, like in general, it kind of helps exfoliate, increase that cell turnover if done gently. Dry brushing is also nice, just helps increase circulation to the area. It helps that lymphatic drainage. It doesn't help too much with like cellulite or anything like that at all, compared to something like a gua sha tool, that if you do have a lot of like lymphatic fluid or swelling in that area, and if you're like kind of rubbing it out, it can make the appearance of cellulite perhaps decrease. It's not treating cellulite. None of this treats cellulite. Treating cellulite is very difficult, and I do it in my office by going in, cutting in that band and filling it. very intense, or using some type of energy-based device like radiofrequency microneedling to stimulate collagen. So a lot of these tools are not treating it, but it can decrease the appearance of it. And I think that anything that stimulates collagen decreases that fluid buildup by kind of just getting all that lymphatic fluid going. It is so, so great. So I'm very pro this. I think there's just always a, it's like apple to oranges when you're kind of comparing it to like in-office treatments. So that leads me to some of the ones that are really viral on TikTok and things like that, like gua sha. We'll talk about gua sha first. So it's 100% jade. Jade is nice. It's a cooling stone. So you want something cooling to help depuff. I like gua sha. I've had a like professional gua sha treatment in New York by like this professional Chinese practitioner. Actual gua sha hurts really bad. It's like very therapeutic. They go in there into the bone or into the muscle to help relax it. Kind of like, I guess like acupuncture, like how it's like a little bit more therapeutic where they're like really going in there. So say you have really tense TMJ muscles, that masseter muscles, and you don't want to do Botox and you've tried everything else, like massaging, things like that. Going in with gua sha can really help relax that muscle there. Acupuncture can really help it too. So, and then of course, if that fails, I think something like Botox is a great tool, and I've done mine as well, and I do it pretty much daily at my office for patients. With the jade stones or gua sha, you're going in a certain area. You want to make sure your skin is really hydrated. You're not wanting to pull on dry skin because that could lead to irritation. And so I will put a video of me, kind of like a little guide. And let me know if you guys want me to do like a full video on like how I like to gua sha and facial roll and use my facial tools. But you want to just make sure your lymph nodes are all like opened up. So you want to kind of like press them. There's like a certain way you want to go like up, out, and down. And I think it's just really nice and relaxing. And as long as your skin's not getting too irritated, it will really look like your skin is contoured because it's depuffing, it's increasing that circulation. There's this really viral video of Kylie Jenner like pulling it up on her eyebrows, and it made it look like it was lifted compared to the other side. I'll put a photo right here. It's not lifting your muscles that much. It's actually just like, it's like a myostimulation. It's like stimulating the muscle a little bit, kind of waking it up. That's gonna go back down. Don't get tricked. It's not like pulling, it's not a replacement for Botox. But I think it's a wonderful tool for those purposes. It's not a facelift, it's not anything like that. But I think that it's a great tool if you like doing it at home. And then facial roller, same thing. I like gua sha a little bit better than facial roller, but I use both. This one's a little bit less aggressive. So if I'm not going in with this, I'll just go in with this. And sometimes with this, the roller, I don't even put in a glider because I'm just going back and forth. If like I did it today, because I didn't have time to do my gua sha. I already kind of had like my skin prep on already, because with this you want to use a serum or an oil. I use a hyaluronic acid based serum. I just use the Rock one. Another company just came out with one like Eucerin or something. Don't sleep on some of these like dermatology skincare brands at the drugstore. Those are good, but with the roller, I just went up and back, and that was really nice. I wouldn't waste your money on some of these collagen hydrogel patches. If anything, you never know what's in these. What I do is hydrate the area, but with all of these, less is more. So, I mean, this has like vitamin A, C, E, so it could work. And how many is in here? 5 pairs for $10, so $2 each. I mean, I guess you could try it out. So although I like this one better because it's cuter and smaller, it does have wood and kind of an opening, so I could see bacteria kind of harboring in this area, like this harboring bacteria. So maybe a pass on this, but this one just straight up silicone, so you could wash it, boil it, do all the things, and I can see this being clean for a really long time. Love this. And you can use this like not just on your back. So I will report back. I wish it was neutral. That would have been a lot cuter, but I'll use this. It's fine. Bye. I'm buying. I'm literally buying this. No joke. I'm buying so many things today.